So basically, there's this phenomenon happening in Japan. It's called蛙化現象, and what it means is turning into a frog. And basically, girls, when there's a guy that they like, she finds out that the guy likes her. She doesn't like him anymore. Imagine you're at a cafeteria with your boyfriend or your husband, and you're sitting down, and he's bringing the food, and you see him kind of looking around for you, and he's kind of standing there. They think he kind of looks lame, and then they don't like him as much anymore after that. I don't know. What do you think about that?
どうも皆さんこんにちは、カリムと申します。今日はカナダの人たちに蛙化現象について聞いていこうと思います。すごい難しい話と思います。
結構蛙化現象最近日本のそのカップルですごいちょっと問題というか、ね、
社会問題ですか？
社会問題ではないよ。なんかその蛙化現象が原因でちょっと恋愛をするのが難しくなっちゃってるみたいな、一部いるらしい。それは果たしてその海外でも起きているのかについて。
海外の人の意見が聞きたい。
ちなみにカリブはこの現象についてどう思いますか？
I didn't really understand exactly what it was.
日本人の男の俺でも全く意味が分からない。今回海外の女性の方にね聞いていくので、どういう意見が来るのかすごい楽しみということで。
It's gonna be fun. はい、お願いします。Alright, everybody. So this channel is for Japanese English learners. We're gonna be providing you lots of English conversation, 英会話, and we're gonna be giving you guys Japanese subtitles, English subtitles.And all sorts of different topics. So keep watching, subscribe, enjoy the content. Let us know what you want to watch. Let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to introduce you guys to this interesting topic. So basically there's a phenomenon in Japan right now. It's called蛙化現象, and what it means is turning into a frog. And basically girls, when there's a guy that they like, she finds out that the guy likes her. She doesn't like him anymore. What do you guys think about this?
I don't know. I feel like it depends on the person and depends on your attraction to begin with.
Yeah.
That wasn't necessarily true for me.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It depends on how you get attracted.
Has that ever happened to you or any of your friends? Like they were into a guy?
I mean, we've always seen that. Like the more that you're into somebody, for some reason they're less interested in you in some certain situations. But I even had some friends that were not interested in anybody at all. And then as soon as they heard that somebody likes them, then they grew to like them as well. So it goes both ways. I don't know.
Okay. So basically it's like if a girl likes a guy and she finds out that he's interested in her, she doesn't like him anymore.
I've seen that happen, but I've seen it gone the other way as well.
Okay. So what do you think is happening for the girl? Why could that happen for a girl?
I don't know. Maybe
that's what I don't know either. It's interesting.
Probably just like internal issues or just like internal trying to figure out what they want or what they like, or maybe they felt like it came too easy, so it probably came too easy for a reason, and I don't know.
Yeah. What do you think about this as another guy?
I don't know.
You have no idea.
She'll have a better perspective on it.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so one of the things that the internet is saying is that maybe the girls are lacking confidence or they have a lack of experience in relationships, things like that.
I agree with that.
I would agree. I would say it's something internal at that point. Yeah.
It's internal, right? Okay.
Yeah, it just depends on how both parties are feeling.
Yeah. So, any advice for the girls to build up some confidence that are lacking confidence?
Honestly, I've always loved anything hair or makeup. I just sit there and play with hair and makeup for a long time and just find it fun and creative. So that's what's built my confidence a lot. Just playing around with different things that you like, and also spending time alone and figuring out what you like. Yeah. Working hard in something always builds a lot of confidence as well.
Yeah. So kind of focus on yourself, work hard on something, or make your image better, or whatever's best.
Or just
for you.
Playing around, seeing what you like, being artistic.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
More time. Yeah,
now she took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah, you're good. You're
just
good.
like that.
I think it's really hard for guys to understand.
Yeah. No. Exactly.
How would you feel if that happened to you? If you liked a girl and then she you found out that she liked. If you were in the guy's shoes, how would you feel? It's like what?
Yeah, it's confusing.
Yeah.
You're just kind of stuck in a place where it's just like, all right, well, it's just her decision now.
Yeah.
So you just gotta play the waiting game.
Nothing you can do.
Not really.
Thank you so much for that, guys. Have a great day. Take care.
Nice to meet you.
Take care. So basically, there's this phenomenon happening in Japan right now. It's called蛙化現象. What it means is turning into a frog. And so some of the examples that I'm going to share with you are what's going on with some Japanese girls. So basically, one of the common ones is imagine you're at a cafeteria with your boyfriend or your husband, and you're sitting down, and he's bringing the food, and you see him kind of looking around for you, and he's kind of standing there. They think he kind of looks lame, and then they don't like him as much anymore after that. I know. Let me tell you some more. Another example.
I'm so confused.
Okay. Me too. Another example is you guys are at the subway and he tries to tap his his Presto card, and it declines him, and then they're just like, oh, this guy's kind of lame. And then one more. Let me just throw one more at you. You see your husband or your boyfriend on a bicycle, but he's only on gear 1, and he's going really slow, and they're just like, oh, kind of lame. I'm not interested anymore.
So it's like doing things that are mundane that seem.
It's like a turnoff.
Okay, it's like a turnoff.
What do you think about this?
I mean, I guess everybody has their own like thoughts and feelings about how they want to be attracted to someone, but I guess, I mean, it seems a little extreme.
That's what I think.
That seems a little silly, but I mean, hey, I guess if that's like a big turnoff for you, then.
Yeah. What's a turnoff for you? Maybe when you were dating and stuff.
Ooh, that's a hard one. I don't know. I think mine are a little bit not as trivial, you know. It's kind of more the deep down stuff, you know. It's like getting to know someone, you know.
Give me an example of like.
Okay. It's so hard. I haven't had to date anyone for a while.
Was there ever a guy you were dating and he did something and you're like, oh.
That was an automatic, like a red flag or something like that. Yeah, he did something that
you're like, oh, okay, I'm not interested as much, or he like kind of like a red flag.
I think this is probably up there. Is when men talk too much about themselves and then they don't ask anything about you. Oh, that's like a big turnoff, I think, for sure, especially for like conversations and stuff. You know, like. Too much about them, talking about, you know, being very boisterous and big about themselves, but then like having no interest and no like draw to you, you know, trying to connect to you in a different, you know, a more real way.
Yeah. Did you experience that with a lot of guys?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think I had to go through a lot of frogs for sure. Literal frogs. Cool. I think I found a good one.
Awesome. Okay. Do you have any advice for Japanese girls that are experiencing this phenomenon?
Oh, I feel like I don't think I can. I don't know if I can attest to any of that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Any advice? I guess if it's such a turnoff, then run the other way.
Okay, awesome. Any other questions you want to?
It's like you said you have a husband?
I do, yeah.
Okay, so how long have you guys together?
We've been together for 4 years.
Do you have any advice for general advice? Like in order to keep a love relationship for a long time?
Ooh, compromise. Compromise is the biggest one, I think. Like being able to like meet in the middle about things and being able to just decide like, okay, this person likes this thing, this person likes this thing, and being able to like go both, you know what I mean? Be able to give and take, exactly. And that really makes it a lot.
So for Japanese guys that are coming to Toronto, they might be interested in dating like a Canadian girl or trying to get to know, maybe they have a relationship. What advice would you have for them in that situation?
Oh, I'm not even from here.
Oh, where are you from?
Well, I'm actually from the States. Okay. I'm from Utah. I'm from Salt Lake City. So.
Well, we'll say Western girls in general.
Okay, Western girls in general. I wish I knew more about like Japanese culture. I had to go to Japan like in 2016, so it's been a while.
Okay.
But I don't know. I don't know if I can. I don't feel like I can speak to that.
Just have confidence or something.
I know. Yeah, have confidence. Like, be real. Be yourself. Like, I don't know. That's all you can do, right? Especially with dating. Dating in general is hard. Like, it doesn't matter where you're coming from, you know.
Yeah.
So
maybe what you said earlier though, don't talk about yourself so much and let the girl get to know the girl.
Yeah, ask a lot of questions. I think that's probably the best advice for sure.
Last thing though, sorry.
Yeah.
I keep
no,
saying
you're
that,
good. No,
because you went to Japan. Tell us, how was your experience in Japan?
Oh, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Like, I want to go back so badly. I would like to take my husband, have a better, like a longer better time. Like experience there too. Yeah. So
awesome. Thank you so much for that. Have a great day.
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay, so basically there's this phenomenon happening in Japan. It's called蛙化現象, and what it means is turning into a frog. And what exactly it is when a girl likes a guy and she finds out that the guy likes him back, she's no longer interested in the guy. What do you think about this?
It's interesting. I feel like Japan has a name for it, but I don't think it's an isolated phenomenon just to Japan.
Yeah.
I feel like it's pretty generalizable. I feel like sometimes, I don't know, if the girl like isn't fully interested or just wants the guy's attention, and once the girl gets it, then you kind of tend to lose interest. I mean, I can't speak for everyone, but I feel like it happens from what I've heard from my like friends and stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's something that happens.
Has it ever happened to you?
To me, I'm trying to recall. I don't think so. It really depends, right? Like it depends on like how seriously the guy is confessing. Versus like how serious my intention was to begin with. So in that sort of phenomenon, I don't think the guy's intention was super serious for me to like back off even. if that makes sense.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what do you think some of the reasons are?
Some reasons.
Yeah.
Honestly,
So one of the reasons I'll jump in.
yeah.
One of the reasons that they're saying potentially is
Yeah.
that the girl might have too high expectations. What do you think about that?
I think that makes sense. It really depends on what the girl is looking for to begin with, right? Yeah, I feel like having high expectations makes sense, but it also to me seems more like, I don't know.
Another one of the reasons is
Okay.
that she might feel like she might have had a traumatic experience before with a lover or something, and that might have impacted her decision or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think?
That makes sense.
That makes sense?
That makes sense. Yeah, like the inability to trust again, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, like maybe she's not able to take the guy's confession like fully seriously and things like that. So she's like backing off, like safeguarding, protecting herself.
Yeah.
That makes
Have you
sense.
ever had an experience where you like a traumatic love experience or anything like that?
I wouldn't say traumatic or anything, but an experience where like I've wanted to safeguard or like back off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you mind sharing a bit, like what a guy did or something?
Well, I mean, I guess like it's a very common issue, like commitment issues or like abandonment issues and things like that.
Yeah.
So I think it was like some sort of combination of that where I guess the guy wasn't like fully ready to commit, and then I was like, you know what, if that's the thing, then I'm gonna back off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for girls that had some traumatic experience with a lover in the past or anything like that?
Honestly, like just work on yourself.
Yeah.
Like work on yourself. I know like it's a very used term now, like heal yourself or whatever, but like do everything, grow from within, like do everything you can from within, because like as cliche as it sounds, like you can't expect someone else to love you if you don't love yourself, kind of thing. Yeah.
So focus on building yourself up,
100%.
love yourself, and
100%.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
I really appreciate the interview. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, so actually this is for a Japanese audience. So today we're talking about a Japanese phenomenon that's happening. It's called蛙化現象, and what it means is turning into a frog. And so here's some of the examples. So basically when a girl likes, she's in a relationship with a guy or she likes a guy, and she sees him do something kind of lame, and then she doesn't like him anymore after that. One of the common examples on the net is, imagine you're at a cafeteria with a guy, and you're sitting down, he's bringing the food, and he comes with all the food, and he's kind of looking around for you, and he's kind of like a lost guy, I guess, and then she kind of loses some interest in him.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
I think that is most often probably a sign of lost attraction anyways. I don't think that happens if the connection is strong enough.
Right, okay.
It's kind of normal behavior.
Okay, right, that's what I thought too. So, but let me give you another example of when it can happen. For example, a guy's at the subway, and he uses his Presto card, and it declines on him, and then she's like, oh, this guy's kind of lame.
No, because that happens to me most of the time, so that would be hypocritical of me.
Yeah, okay.
I also respect anyone who tries to cheat money from the TTC.
You respect them if they do or they don't?
Yeah, I respect if people just keep trying to use an empty card.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Okay.
real.
I'll give you one more example, is
Okay.
if you see a guy on a bike, and he's going on gear 1, he's going really slow, and then they're like, oh, this guy's kind of lame, man, they lose attraction.
You know what? I love clownish behavior. I love a court jester. So the sillier a man is, the better.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
I respect anyone who gets, the ick from that.
Yeah.
I understand it, but I like them silly, so
Yeah.
I can't relate.
So for you, it wouldn't be an issue, yeah.
No, that'd be even better. Like,
Japanese guys who are watching this and they want to date some girls, maybe they should try to be a little funny and
be whimsical.
be whimsical.
That's how you get girls.
That's how you get girls. Okay, awesome. What was I going to ask you? Any advice for? Sorry, I'm on a blank right now.
Take your
Maybe I
time.
should be whimsical. Sorry. What was I going to ask? Rio, come in, save the day.
Like nowadays, a lot of Japanese people want to come to Toronto, like to study English, to get a job, like to live here. But at the same time, some of them might be interested in Canadian women, like to get a girlfriend. So do you have any advice for them to get the Canadian girlfriend?
Open communication. I feel like any cultural differences can be at least eased by very open communication. And be silly. That stands for Japanese men as well.
Okay. So for you, what is a turn off for you?
Being rude to service workers. That's the only one I can think of off the top of my head. I don't know. If you like a person enough, I feel like normal behaviors shouldn't, erase attraction for you. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Good. Thank you so much for the interview. Hi
はい、どうですか皆さん、面白かったですか？
今回はかなり面白かったです
そうそう。
まあでも中にはまあちょっとは理解できるかもみたいな。
そうそう、友達がそういう経験ある。
そうで、特には最後の女性、むしろそういうなんやろうな、おっちょこちょいな人が私は好きかもみたいな。
More funny kind of guy。
海外の人はまあそんなに蛙化現象みたいなことは起きてないという
そう、まあ大体ちょっと変じゃなくて、ちょっと
いや変な
現象ですね。そのカフェテリアのやつと自転車のやつ、バス、これはまあ普通のことだから、なんでこんな小さいものもう好きじゃないになっちゃった。もし分かるとかコメントで言ってください。蛙化現象は本当にこういう意味とか、そういう、なんかもっと知りたい。だからコメントで説明してください。
もう一つちょっと僕から質問あるんですけど、まあカリムにとってこのカナダで彼女を作るには何が一番大切だと思いますか？
まあ積極的な行動は多分一番重要だから、シャイはダメ。もっと自信を持ってでちゃんとアプローチする自信を持っては必要。他のことはちゃんと相手のことを考えてる。Like ask about the girl, think about the girl。君のことだけ考えてない。女性にいっぱい質問する。
2人目の女性も言ってたね。
だからみんな英語を勉強してで頑張って彼女と話す。でも俺はプロではないよ。
いや
でもそれただの意見です。
ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございます。皆さん登録してください。私たち今月のゴールは1000サブスクライバーが欲しい。登録者だからお願いします。ということで次の動画でバイバイ。